It is my great pleasure to welcome you to our morning worship, and what a very special day this is tonight. Under the influence of a renegade spirit creature, Satan the devil.
Maybe if you use that voodoo witchcraft on your own trade, you'd find somewhere on the other end of the snake pit.
No. To reason on this, please go to Acts chapter 8, and let's notice a very interesting account that begins into 1 John chapter 2. And let's get some help with that question.
Well, if you take 5 and you add 5 and you add 10 and you add 10 and you got 20, you got infinite kindness, you got infinite gratuity. And through that, you can find something that's perpetual inside of you. Like you're drinking that coffee, there's something spiritual about that. If you look at something and there's nothing there, what's the difference of figuring out what it was in the first place? I mean, these are metaphors. You must understand that you go to Chinatown, you get nunchucks. Well, now you can't get nunchucks. Before you get nunchucks, and they hit yourself on the hand, you go numb because it hurt, but you didn't want to say ow or anything like that. You just said, so this is the divine intervention. You could become a spiritual guru on your own, but you just have to tie your shoes and you just have to know how to eat burritos backwards.
Now, if we think about it, we're not born as friends of God because we're born as sinful offspring of Adam. Actually, if we think about it, we're born as enemies of God. Sometimes you'll hear people say of a little baby, look at that little angel. But more accurate would be to say, look at that little enemy of God.
Why? All the time, look at the purple, the color purple. A child's marker, it's so purple. That hasn't always been the case. 10 years ago, these markers weren't so purple, but now they're purple. Now they're really purple. And
sometimes you'll hear people say of a little baby, look at that little enemy of God.
It's alarming to me, and it's also enchanting to me to see. I mean, do you know what a revolutionary soldier looks like? Have you seen photographs? Have you seen paintings? Have you seen charcoal sketches? Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
The anointing that you receive from Him remains in you, and you do not need anyone to be teaching you. But the anointing from Him is teaching you about all things and is true and is no lie.
Burritos. I want to talk about burritos.
Burrito backwards.
You eat it backwards. The leaky part starts going first. You go on the other part, the dry wrap part. It gives you almost no time to eat the leaky part. And it's just a fun little game you can play with yourself.
The answer is no.
There's a defined frequency that's not necessarily the frequency you want it to be, but it serves a purpose. It's like that movie, like You Can't Handle the Truth. You can't handle the truth. The truth, son, we live in a world that has walls, this thing. And I don't think we do live in a world that has walls. I think that we live in a world that has frequency.
Clear, true, affirmative. Think about it.